Hello everybody, in this video we are going to study how to make user interactive programs using switch statement. In this switch statement, users are given some choices and they have to select a particular choice, and depending upon the user's requirement, that particular statement will be executed. As here you can see in this flow chart, there are several cases, and these cases will match with the user's choice. For instance, suppose if the user's choice matches with the first case statement, then this statement will be executed. And after this statement is executed, here you can see that there is a break statement, means the loop will come out from the switch statements. So once a user's requirement is satisfied, the execution of the switch statement will stop. That is why there is a very important need of break over here. As you can see that in each statement there will be break, because if there is no break, then one by one all the statements which are there in the switch case, they will be executed. And there will be one default statement also. For instance, suppose if the user enters any choice which doesn't exist in this switch case statement, means which is not defined over here, then this default statement will be executed. So now let's see how to execute this switch statement in a program. So this is a simple calculator program which we are going to create now. So here I have written this from before, because till now you must have understood that how to use this scanner class and how to create classes, and these variables are declared over here, and then I have created an object of the scanner class. Now as this is a program which will provide some options to the user, from where user can choose his option. So the first thing which we should do is we should provide a menu to the user, from where the user can select what he wants to do. For instance, as this is a simple calculator, so in this we are going to do some calculations, like we will learn how to do addition, subtraction, multiplication and division. So the first thing is I'm going to provide a menu, system dot println 1 dot addition. Now what does this say? Means if the user chooses 1, then he will be allowed to add 2 numbers. So the same thing we can do, we will copy this statement and we can paste this for writing for all multiplication, division and subtraction. Over here just we write down 2 dot subtraction, then here we write down multiplication. Now this is up to you how you want to make your program uh, interactive with the user. So this whatever statement you want, you can put over here. Division. Now the next thing will be to accept a choice from the user, means user will be asked to enter his choice. So here we write down system dot out dot println enter your choice. Means user will be asked to enter his choice, means what he wants, what kind of calculation he want to perform. So whatever now user will enter, that we will accept it in a variable. So we have taken a variable over here, choice. So here in choice we are going to accept that. So choice equal to obj dot next int, as we have done in the previous programs, that this is how we can use the object of the scanner class to accept any value from the user. Now the user will be asked to enter two numbers whose calculation he want to do. For instance, if he want to add two numbers, so the first thing is that he should enter the two numbers. So here we can write down enter first number. This we can copy, and whatever user will enter, that we will accept it in a variable a. Here we can see that we have taken two variables a and b, so this is to accept the value. So a equals to obj dot next int. That will be, so whatever user enters over here, that will be stored in a. Similarly over here we will store it in variable b equals to obj dot next int. Here we have to change enter second number. So we have taken two values from the user, we have taken the choice from the user. The next what we have to do is we will start with the switch statement. So now we write down the switch statement. Now let's see how to write switch statement. This is switch, and inside this switch we are going to pass the choice which is provided by the user. So here we write down choice, because upon this choice only this entire switch will work. So now the switch, the body of switch statement starts. Here we write down case 1. Means if the case is 1, here you can see what is case 1. We have to write down for addition of two numbers. So if the choice is 1, if the user enters 1, then what we will do? We will find out the sum of two numbers. So result, straight away we can write down result equals to a plus b. What is result? Result is a variable which we have taken over here, and this a plus b, this is going to find out the sum of two numbers. So here you have entered the two numbers here, a and b. So this is going to find out a plus b, and now we will print system dot out dot print ln. Now inside this, whatever you want, if you want to print like this, sum of two numbers is plus result. So this case 1 is done. Now once the case 1 is done, we have to provide a break statement, because if you don't provide this break statement, then one by one all the statements which are there, all the cases which are there in switch statement, they will be executed. Now the same thing we have to write down for minus, subtraction, multiplication and division. So we will copy these statements, only slight changes we will have to do. So here you can see that the programs which we write down in switch, using switch, they are bigger, but they are easy also because some things are repeated over here. So we write down case 2. Case 2 is for subtraction, so here we write down minus, and here we can write down difference of two numbers is result. Difference of two numbers is plus result. So this is done. Now case 3, that is multiplication. So here we write down into sign, and here we can write down multiple or multiplication of two numbers. Multiple of two numbers is plus result. Then here we can write down the fourth case is for division. So here we write down the division sign, and this is case 4. Division of two numbers is plus result. So this is how, and here you can see that after each statement we provide, after each case we provide break. If you don't provide break, what will happen? After case 1, case 2 will also be executed, then case 3 will also be done, and 4 will also be executed. So that will not be our required output if we do like this. So we need, it is very necessary to provide a break statement, and at the end we provide the default statement means if the user enters any choice, for instance if he enters 5, 6 or 10 or 0, any number which is not defined in the switch statement, so for that we need to provide a default statement. And the way of writing that default statement is, here we write down, we have to write down one statement like you have entered a wrong choice. And here also we provide a break statement. And this is how we have finished our all the choices in switch case statement. Now we break the we close the brackets. So here we have completed the program. Now let's compile it. Here we got no syntax error, so we will close this and we try to execute this program. Click on void main. Okay, here you can see that all the 4 choices are printed, like one is for addition, then subtraction, multiplication, then enter your choice. Now the user will be asked, here the user is asked to enter your choice. So suppose if the user enters 2, here the user enters 2. Now enter first number, it is being asked. So the second choice is for subtraction, so we enter 2 numbers, suppose 45, and the second number, suppose I enter 23. Now you can see that difference of 2 numbers is 22. So this is how we can use this this while statement, this switch case statement for performing several actions. Like here we have this 4 actions are there. But in this program, in this switch statement which we have created just now, is that suppose if you want to execute this program again, like if you want to do any other calculation, for instance if you want to do addition or subtraction, then in this program you are not allowed to do the next operations. For that again you will have to close this, again go back to the program, then go to the void main, and from there you will have to execute the program again. For instance I am showing that what we'll have to do, we'll have to go back, then again we will have to go to main and then execute this program again. And now here you will be asked to enter a choice. For instance, like if you want to do addition, now I enter 1, and here you can do addition of 2 numbers. So you can see that sum of 2 numbers is 79. But to make it more interactive means over here itself, if you want the you can ask the user to enter whether he want to continue again, if you want to do any other calculation. So for that we are going to do some changes in our program. Very simple change is that we will provide a do statement along with while. So let's see that how to make those changes in our program. So this is our program. Now we are going to provide do while statement into this. One more thing which we will need to add is that we need a choice from user whether the user want to continue or not. For that we will take a string value from the user, and let's see how to do that. So first thing is we will declare, the string is a non-primitive data type which refers to object. So here we are going to create a string kind of variable. So suppose I take a variable x. Now this string data type, this non-primitive data type allows you to access several string methods. Like here we are going to compare whether the value of x is equal to y or not, means y for yes. If it is yes, then this program will be executed, otherwise this will not be executed. That is why we have taken this, we have declared this string kind of variable over here. Now the next thing is that we are going to put the entire code inside do and while loop. So let's see how to do that. Here we write do, then we open the bracket. Now inside this whatever is there that will be executed. Now do should always have a while. So here we need to provide a while statement as well. So here we write down at the end we will provide a while statement. And inside this while loop we will have to provide one statement. A condition will be provided that up to when this program will be executed. So for that we need to accept an answer from the user whether the user want to continue or not. So here we write down system dot out dot println, do you want to continue, want to continue. Now inside this only we can write down press Y for yes and N for no, or you can provide in the next line also. So here we can write down press Y for yes and N for no. Means if the user wants to continue then he will press Y, and if he doesn't want to continue then he will press no. So we close this statement. Now we need whatever user enters, now we need to accept that using this scanner class object. So whatever user will enter, we have taken a variable x, so x equal to obj dot next. Now what is this next here? Obj dot next is a method which can read a string. So here we are going to accept a string or a character value from the user. So Java uses, or no, this scanner class uses this next method to read the character or the string value whatever user will enter. So our this part is done. Now we need to provide a condition to the while statement, to the while. So what is this group of statement will be executed till a condition gets satisfied. Means if the user puts Y, if the user press Y, then this above all the statement will be executed again, otherwise it will not be executed. So here if we write down while x dot equals, so I told you that here we have taken this this string non-primitive data type. I told that string is a non-primitive data type, and this allows us to access some string methods. So here we have used a string method, that is equals. Equals is a string method which is going to compare this x is storing a value which is entered by user. Means this is going to compare whether this is equal to y or not. If this is equal, then this set of statement will be executed, otherwise they will not be executed. So here we write down equals, and then the syntax of writing this is, inside this under double quotation mark we write down y, and this is closed. Now one more thing is that user can either provide y in capital letter or in small letter. So we should provide both the conditions. So that we can provide by using this or symbol. This is the or symbol, means if x value is equal to small y, or if x value is equal to greater y, capital Y dot equals, means if the user enters small y or capital Y, then both will be tested. And this is the or, this is how we can provide two conditions using any statement. So this is the symbol for or. So this we have completed our this program. So here you can see that do is starting from here, from the top itself. Then here we have the switch statement. Now this switch is closing over here. Do will be closing just before this while statement. So here we need to close the do statement. So do is closed, and this will be executed till this condition gets satisfied. This is the while statement which is providing the condition up to which this program is going to execute. Now we will compile this code. Here you can see that we got no syntax error. Now let's try to execute this program. So we'll close this and we go to this. We click on OK. Here we are asked, enter your choice. Here I have put 1, suppose. Enter first number, suppose 23. Enter second number, suppose 34. Here you can see sum of two numbers is 57. Do you want to continue? Press Y for yes and N for no. So if the user enters Y, so let's see whether this is successful or not. So I have entered Y. Now here we are getting the same thing, same menu again. Now if I print, suppose I want to do subtraction, so I'm putting my choice 2. So enter first number, suppose 23. Enter second number, suppose 13. Difference of two numbers is 10. So again this program is asking you whether you want to continue or not. So this is our program where we can ask choice from the user and we can create our program more interactive by using this do while statement along with switch case. Hope you like this video. If you like this video, please like, share and subscribe to my channel. Thank you.